However, it has encouraged them to stay on the path most of the time. Ew, 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 dirty, ooh, poo. Makes me chuckle. Morning world, welcome back to January the 20th, 2024 and another day of chucking caca around. So we got a little bit of field left to do. We got some more out yesterday, didn't get as much done yesterday as I was hoping to, but we should finish off the old muck pile today. That's the plan. Hope to, because it's going to get wet. Not sure if it's tonight or tomorrow night, but it's going to get wet. So if I've got this right, the rain and the thawing out will start washing that into the ground, which would be great. You guys are also going to have clean bed. You have to muck it in there because you made a right mess in there. You guys in here will also have to have it cleaned out. Meant to do that yesterday. Got tied up with other stuff yesterday. So yeah, lots to do today. And it all involves caca, poo, 5H1T, whatever you want to call it. It involves quite a lot of it. So yeah, so I think what we're going to do, we're going to do a couple of loads out, and then we're going to come in and clean sheds out, and then we'll do a couple of more loads later on. So I'll kind of split the day up into caca spreading, caca moving, and then a bit more caca spreading. It's just been a cacky day. I had a phone call from Mr. Cornock last night going, Ian, help. He said, I've lost a load of the footage from the show. And I said, Richard, mate, I'd love to help you, but the Rode mic didn't record half of what I shot at the show. I've had to put a soundtrack and voice over it. He's going, so neither of us have got any footage really of George Saunders and Lord Muck and Wesley. I would have got some bits of video, but he's got, apparently when he was doing his interview with Wes, the camera was facing down, he was looking at the floor or some stuff. Anyhow, so yeah, never mind. Val's just come in to check her sheep. I was just taking the male spike off. She goes, I didn't want to end up on that. I said, well, yeah, you might get the point. So anyway, so the time at the moment is 9:30. I was going to start a bit earlier. We had a cracking morning. If you follow my Instagram, you'll see the pictures I put for sunset last night and sunrise this morning. Hang on, I was going to push this up. Some really pretty evenings and mornings on the farm. But yeah, no, I didn't want to start this too late because my neighbour's house is literally 50 metres over there, and it's the weekend, so I mean, you try and be neighbourly, don't you? I think half of that's going to end up with the cows and the steers later on. Anyway, so as you can see, we made a big old hole in that. All we've got left now to spread is that little bit over there, providing I can get to it. And that pile there, everything else after that is a bit fresh. So what we're going to do, we're going to move it. So once all this is cleaned out, this fresher stuff here, I'll put up there. because it needs to be moved, and they'll be about right to move it. And then we'll probably spread that. Well, if we get a chance, we'll spread some of it before the grass starts growing. If we get a chance, some of that will go out in the golf course. I've got a big pile of compost over there to go to the golf course as well, but so much depends on the weather. So, and I haven't yet found out if the guys managed to get all our wheat in or not yet. Today is the last day. So, someone on the hedge trimmer. Everybody's busy trying to get it done before it rains. You're going to fall off there, aren't you? Go on, fall off there. Just to get a chance to pick it up again. Right. I kind of need to go and get the tractor because, yeah, I've got nothing to put this into yet. Stay, take it over for a minute. So while I was waiting for the sun to come up and the time to go on a little bit so I didn't disturb my neighbours, yeah, I know I could have mucked them out earlier, but I didn't want to. I watched Richard's part 1 of his llama show, and it's going to be quite similar to mine, strange enough, being as we did most of it at the same time. Some bits are different. I've done some bits he didn't, and he did some bits I didn't, but so it probably is still watching both. But yeah, he uploads in the morning and I upload in the evening, so I dare say quite a few of you will already have seen what I'm going to offer. Well, you would already have seen it because it's already been shown. But yeah, it was a good show. It was humbling in a lot of ways. We met a lot of people, a lot of folks coming up saying they enjoy what we do, a lot of folks saying thank you. And that always gets me. People come up and say, oh, you know, you help to keep me sane and stuff like that, which still doesn't work. This is just my day. This is what I do in the day. But for some reason, sharing what we do, and a lot of, not just me, all the other YouTubers, farmers, it doesn't even matter if it's just farmers, whatever you do, there's something in YouTube land for everybody. And it's not that we forget, but maybe sometimes we don't think about all those people that can't do what we do, either because they've never had the opportunity or they're not physically capable, excuse me, Marmite, they're not physically capable, or for a plethora of reasons. There are somebody that can't do, you know, they can't come in here and start a tractor up because they can't even get in the cab. Or for whatever reason. So, and I was talking to Richard about this on the way back, and in fact I think I said it to Lord Muck, and George said, no, we kind of have given ourselves a responsibility. A line from the old Spider-Man movie springs to mind sometimes, and it's kind of pertinent. It isn't, with great power comes great responsibility. And there are some YouTubers out there, some folks that do actually wield a terrific amount of power in what the world calls influence. People listen, and whether something's true, correct, or not, people believe. So we have to be, especially with the farm stuff and what's going on, we have to be honest. We have to be truthful, because the message that we put out there, folks believe. So yeah, there is a certain amount of responsibility with, you know, taking care about what we do and what we say. I mean, I'm occasionally a bit naughty, I do things that are a bit naughty, but I'll usually admit that this is actually a bit naughty. Maybe you shouldn't do this. It's one of those things, do as I say, not as I do. Is that right? Is that what Mother used to say to me? Or was it Dad? Well, Dad did it. Do as he says, not as he does. Who else has heard that one? Yeah. Anyway, so Llama, fantastic. We're looking forward to going up to the Highland Show. I think it's 23rd of June. I've got to go over to Richards. I think we're going over next weekend to sort of work out, booking out hotels, because we've got to find somewhere to stay. So there's going to be probably 3 of us. So somewhere handy to the airport would be convenient, because we're not looking at hiring a car, we're looking at using public transport this time. So yeah, any suggestions as to where 2 adults and 1 youngster, yeah, Harry's hoping to come and we're hoping to take him, can stay, message me, message Richard, whatever else, and yeah, we'll probably end up just in a what's the name of the hotel? There's a hotel, not branch, what am I talking? Chain up there. But apparently half of them are already booked. So hopefully we don't leave it too late. Oh, I need my lid up. Forgot my lid. That's a bit easier. So yeah, a couple of loads of this out, just to break the crust on it, and then we'll get stuck into sheds, clean them out, and then back on this. I have to get a bit of a run up at this because it's a bit slidey down here and I'm sort of going sideways a bit, if you know what I mean. Just well put some new tyres in here. This would not happen with the old slicks. Doo-doo. So I reckon there's probably 5 or 6 loads out here, which is what I need to finish that field. So it'd be just nice to get the one done, completed, out the way, ticked off. Get in there. Drive it in there like you mean it. Sometimes it makes less mess just to reverse back out. So that's the one thing with the skid steer around the mucky. If you're not on concrete, it will chew the ground up a bit. I know there's more in there than that. There you go. More poke. bit more. There we go. So like you can see, we've only got this bit of this field left to do. So, you know, a couple of hours, we'll knock that in the head. I just want to get the last bit of muck out from the right hand side of the muck if he's looking at it, because when I clean out the cattle now, I intend to put the fresh muck that I'm about to take out at the back. So that's one of the reasons we're delaying mucking out the barn. I want to make a bit of space at the back of the midden to put the freshest stuff at the back, because that'll be the last stuff to come out. Yeah? Good plan. So I saw my neighbours, the Joneses at Lama, and they paid me a compliment saying that they thought I'd made a reasonable job of getting the shit out on the fields, and it looked a fairly even and uniform spread, considering it was a side fling muck spreader. Yeah, they actually thought I made a reasonable job at it, so, you know, a little pat on the back for me. One or two of the walkers that have been down through here since I started muck spreading weren't quite as impressed, even though I've kept it off the footpath. There's very, 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 very little on the footpath, but it's amazing how many people like to walk through the countryside in their white trainers, you know, in their shiny shoes, and they don't like that. However, it has encouraged them to stay on the path most of the time. Ew, dirty, ooh, poo. Makes me chuckle. Don't think you'll find much in there, mate. One of our resident red kites are just having a little look around to see anything worth scrounging. I doubt the GoPro's really giving that much justice. Big old bird that is. 6 foot odd wingspan. Yeah, a lot of people love to see him. Farmers, particularly sheep farmers, not quite so keen. Yeah, not really welcome if you're a shepherd. Don't bother the cattle, but a weekly little lamb born outside, lunch. Right, calves next. We'll get in there, have a bloody good clean out in there, including getting this edge off of here so I can push that barrier back that way. They've been gradually pushing it that way, so I need to get it back that way. That was well explained. I'm sure you know exactly what I'm talking about. In other words, once again, the little Mustang gets to show off its dancing skills in a tight space. Taking everything out as usual. I'm just taking the wet stuff off the top. you up, shall we? Right, that's one out. You can go up there. We'll start a new pile there. Just push that over a bit. Now, if we get a little rain, like the forecast man says, I won't be able to get up here later in the week. It'll be too slippery, which means I'll have to start putting it back down the bottom. But then as soon as it's dry enough, we'll bring all that down there, back up here, which means I can get to the other half of that bit there and pull that lump there out, because I don't know if I explain it to you. I've taken all the old stuff out, apart from that. There's a little pile there, and then after that is that there, but all the fresh stuff's in front of it. So all the fresh stuff that's in front of it has got to come behind it, so I can get to the older stuff that's currently behind will then be in front of it. Then I can get to that bit. It's just managing it. There's a lot of it. I've got limited space and we have to manage it the best we can. Right, we'll grab a bucket full of nice fresh willow chip, and that can go back in there. There's a little bit of Leylandy and a little bit of Christmas tree in there as well. That don't matter. So to a lot of people, the way I do this is inefficient, but bearing in mind I'm a one-man band, it's just me, and this has worked out to be the best way I have of dealing with what I've got, the most economical way I can think of. There's a chance that sometime in the future the midden heat may well end up in there, and that's kind of what we built it for, that's why it's there. But while I can get away with having it outside, that's what I'll do. Okay. Let's have a bit up there, shall we? Get there. Bit over there. Bit more there. Bit more in that corner. Down there. That's one. Right, I think what we'll do, we'll have that out of there now. Well, I can't, otherwise I'm going to be bringing wood chippers in the way. Just got to get underneath it. Roll it up. Big sausage. Pull it back. Bit like that. Just that last bit to get in the corner there. Go on, go on, go on. There we go. finish unrolling that. So rolling the hay up, that's what it is, it's hay. Roll it up to make it easy to get out. But you don't want to leave it in a roll when you put it in the car heap, because it won't rot down properly and you'll end up loading it up and having a great big lump out in the field of hay that won't rot down well, it won't rot down. Well, it will rot down, it just takes ages, and you don't want it in your bales or killing your grass. So yeah, unroll it. Oh yeah, that's a bucket full. What's the chances of all that still being on there when I get it going? If I go really, really slowly, good. But I'm not going to do that. I've used the time more than patience. If I drop it, I just pick it up. Ah, dropped a big bit. I'll come back for that. That I call the yard, their yard is now clean. We just push this up. A bit like that. Okay. Right, we can shut that gate, open that gate. Let them through, and then we'll do that end. I might have pushed you too far, actually. Well, that don't matter, because they're just going to push it back again anyway, so yeah, I came over foot too much, but it don't matter. I'm putting 2 chains on this gate now because they do tend to get a bit boisterous in here. So yeah, 2, just a bit of insurance. Right then, hooligans, you can come back through, get your face back in the grub again. They got nothing to eat that side. They got water, but nothing to eat, so. Come on then, out you go. Let's do this side. I might actually just put some, this isn't too bad in here, I might actually just put some straw on top of this time. And not dig it out. I dug it out last week, so. In which case, I'll do that in the cows. Okay, never getting there. That's these guys done. Back it up. Mind yourselves. Come on, back up. Out. Thank you. Right, that's where he was before. That didn't take too long. What's wrong with those geese? Geese are running. Geese don't run unless something's chasing them. Well, usually in case something's chasing them, or they're really hungry. No sign of any ginger dogs. So, okay, cows. He's gone and chucked it out one under the gate. So they're playing zoomies out here. And one of them just come flying in through there and kicked all this Well, he basically went down. Just kicked it all under the gate. Flipping hooligans. Yeah, you lot, hooligans. It's all going to come off in one lump, isn't it? I just know it. Bit at a time, will you? No, yes, no, maybe. Bit more there. Bit more there. Go on, just a bit there. Go over there. And that little bit there. Mind your heads. Right, shake that bit of straw out, and then it'll be an hour past coffee time. That's it. All done, all lovely and clean and fresh. All I got to do now is open the gate and let that lot in so they can come and crap all over it. And we'll clean that up after coffee. Isn't that right? Hey? Yeah. Right. Oh, what do I think about it? I had the fecal egg count test come back on this lot. Clear. No worms. So why are they so runny? Why are you so runny? And you've got a couple of warts as well. Where'd you get them from? Hey? Yeah. No worms. They're on. The haylage may have loosened them up a little bit, but they've been on. This is their second bale of quite coarse, dry hay, and they're still loose. So, anyway. Vet's going to give me a phone call on Monday and see if he's got any ideas as to what could be causing that. So, because they should be firmer than that. Yes, you should. Hello, mate. Hello, mate. Look at that. Steak on the hoof.